I'm currently using Noxzema to exfoliate my skin. Guys, when it comes to laying your foundation, making sure it's smooth and everything, ensure that you always exfoliate your face. Get all that guff up, girl. Next, I'm going in with Witch Hazel. I always use this before applying foundation to my skin. What this does is it helps to cleanse the skin, also close the pores, so you know you have more seamless application when you go to put on your foundation. I use a beauty blender to dab it into my skin. Make sure your beauty blender is clean, guys. You don't want to be using a dirty beauty blender when you take them stock. You're dabbing in dirty foundation. Always clean your brushes, period. I'm going in with grapeseed oil to get moisture back into the face. When I used to live in Atlanta, there was this lady, the lady that I live with used to have her the lady comes in and give her facial, and I can remember I used to use like different drugstore moisturizers and cleansers, and she stopped me in my track and she give me the history behind it, guys, and tell me one of the best oils to use on my face is grapeseed oil, and ever since that day I have been using grapeseed oil on my face all the time. The thing about this is you want to wait until it dries into the skin, and here, as you can see, I used too much, so I was rubbing it in my hands and stuff. I don't like to waste my oil. Next, I'm going in with my face primer, and it's from Sephora, and it's like a moisturizing primer. Guys, you know primer is very important. Guys, can I tell you, back in the days when I used to apply my face without a primer or any moisture, like my makeup, like my foundation would be so cakey and cracky, and I'm always wondering how these girls get a flawless look and mine is always looking cracky or cakey, and these are the tricks, guys, so make sure you do them. So this primer is for normal skin. So little oily, little dry, so this is the ideal primer. If your face is oily, you need to get a matte primer. Now I'm going in with foundation, and there's also a technique for this. When you're going in with your foundation, you want to make sure you're using your beauty blender. Reason being is, using the beauty blender, you're dabbing the foundation into the skin as opposed to using a brush. Most time I see people like swiping it or streaking it. You can use a brush to dab the foundation in, but what I realize is it leaves this brush streak in the skin, and also when you use a brush, it's like more like exfoliating the skin, so when you're finished you realize that you have a rougher finish that versus using a beauty blender to dab your foundation in. Another trick I've learned from one of my favorite makeup artists, Kiki. She like put the foundation on, then she spray it with some setting spray, then dab it into the skin. And girls, ever since I've started doing that, it's a game changer for my foundation application. So you guys could try that as well. You see how flawless this makeup is, the eyeshadow and everything. If you missed that tutorial, now is the opportunity to click the iCard above and you can go and watch it, guys. The last step is the setting powder, and I am a victim of all of these steps that I'm giving you tips on. So you also want to use your beauty blender to dab your setting powder into the skin to set your foundation. Afterwards, you can lightly go in with the brush and like brush it away, but you want to go in first with your beauty blender. The final step is to set your face with your setting spray, and what this does is it melts everything together, like it gets rid of this powdery finish, and like it helps to reduce flashbacks. Trust me, this is also a game changer. This look is for Friday, so make sure you stay tuned to my channel to see how I got this beautiful look.